Now back with Late Nights with All Access. You have myself, Mike Anthony. Right next to me, the one and only Miss Nat Boogie.
What's up?
Miss Nat Boogie. And our special guest, first time having a female promoter. I don't think there's many female promoters out here in San Antonio right now, right?
Not that I know of.
No? But we have, of course, Miss Alexis Isabella.
Hello.
And this is exciting. I mean, female promoter in San Antonio. And basically closing out the year of 2019. And you know what? You'll have to make sure to like, comment below, and share this video. But again, you know, closing out the year.
I can't believe it's literally our last show
It is.
of the year. Like, we've been doing this for a year. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking crazy.
It is crazy. And you know what? We appreciate you taking the time out of your night to join us. And it's exciting to have a female promoter on here because of the fact that now we're able to ask some questions that most people want to know when it comes to the night industry.
First, I want to know
Go ahead.
what everyone did this past weekend. And how did y'all's Christmas go and everything?
I know, right? Christmas.
We
all
haven't
that.
really talked.
Was that last week?
Then.
It
Yeah.
went by so fast.
Man, it did go by fast.
It's like 2 seconds.
So Christmas was last week. I'm looking at the calendar right now.
no,
Like,
we
it was last
we got
week.
a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do got a lot to talk about. I guess that 39% that we have on our laptop over here or equipment, Steven, gotta boost that up, baby. But yeah, Christmas. How was your Christmas?
My Christmas was dope. I went to my mom's and we cooked, and so I ate with her. And then I went to my crib, and Joshua had his whole like family over, and they were cooking, and they did like the whole. They had the presents under the tree and everything. Everyone brought their presents for each other. So I did the whole family thing with him, and then the guys came over and my girl Jasmine, and we took the Sprinter out. Shout out to Vision. We took a Sprinter out Christmas Eve and Christmas night. But
Wow.
we just hopped around in the Sprinter on Christmas night and just showed a lot of love to places. Ended up at Doc Brown's. Donnie D was DJing, Double R.
Shout out to
famous.
Donnie D, legend.
So we went to go show them love, and it was lit, man. We were in their turn. Like I had
Brown's?
so much fun. Yeah.
Ooh.
We don't usually go out that far, but
Yeah.
I mean we're in the Sprinter. They're driving us wherever we want to go. So we hopped around a few places, and that was where we ended up at. But it was just cool to, you know, be able to spend my Christmas with people that, you know, literally are like family to me. So I enjoyed that. I can't be, probably one of the best ones I've had in a while.
That's awesome. And you know what? It's not about the blood. It's about, you know, the people that you build the relationships and your friends. If they're family, then they're family.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
These are facts.
Yes. How about you, Miss Alexis?
For Christmas, I was just
Okay, we're still good. We had a little delay right now for a few seconds, but fixed, all good. Give us a thumbs up if you hear us. Comment below if you hear us so that we make sure that you are seeing this live feed. Again, give us some thumbs up. Give us some comments below. And okay, we'll go right back into it. So how was your Christmas?
my Christmas was great, just with family, you know, same old tradition, and nothing else. I didn't really go out or anything, so.
Okay.
What was your favorite present you got?
Actually, it was the Alexia. I don't know if y'all have heard of it.
What is, like the Alexa
little-
voice thing?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the funny thing is, my little nephews and nieces, my sister-in-laws, they're nephews and nieces. They call me Alexia because they can't say Alexis. So they're like,
Alexia.
"Here, we got you Alexia for Alexia," and I'm like, okay, thank
Aw.
you. So that was
That's
sweet. Yeah.
Very dope. It was a good Christmas, man. I can't be mad. It's always nice to spend, you know, the holidays with the people you care about. And
Amen to that.
it's fucking New Year's Eve tomorrow, dude.
It is. There's a lot of parties tomorrow night. There is. My Christmas, it was really good. Family, loved ones. Was able to relax for one day, which is very not. That's different for me. I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to just stay put.
Same.
I have to be on the go. I have to be on my phone. I have to be on emails. I have to work. I have to hustle, I guess, in a sense. But we celebrate Christmas Eve. So
Yeah.
Same.
so we celebrate Christmas Eve and we wait until midnight, or try to wait till midnight, and Then we opened presents and stuff like that. And then Christmas Day was more relaxing and just like taking it easy. But I felt like the next day was Monday. After Christmas, I felt like it was Monday.
The whole week I was
when I woke up, I was like, I had to text certain clients, and they were like, "No, it's Friday or Thursday or whatever it was, Thursday, yeah." And so I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." I was like, "It's not." And then Steven and I, we were for this weekend. We were in Chicago, so that was pretty nice. Eating some deep dish Chicago pizza, so good.
Did it snow?
It didn't snow.
Oh.
It was more. It was cold the first night. High winds and a little bit of rain, and then the second night or second day, it was just in the 50s, but cool air. Like it wasn't cold or raining or anything like that. But to be honest, we were there for a CBD company, and seeing the back end of how it gets all processed and how they filter the hemp and everything that goes along with it for it to be in a bottle is amazing. So we learned a lot over there, and it's just an eye opener just knowing that if you're in the industry or you're investing into CBD, if you do it the right way and you meet the right people, you're gonna make some good money.
That some helps. That one episode we had.
With Angela, we had Angela from Keys of Life. And she was our special guest.
Life Botanicals. Yeah, but no, that was dope. We literally were smoking and eating edibles and all kinds of CBD shit. So I was feeling good after that episode for sure. So I'm not mad at it. I do want to shout out the Longhorns, UT Longhorns.
Okay.
We were out Friday night. Me and a couple of guys. It was me, JT, Jacob. We go to Trophy Room.
Okay.
And they're just sitting in there like they're bored. Like they're just literally sitting there playing Jenga and like on their phones like. And so I just go, I didn't know who they were, but someone was like, I think that's the UT, like the Longhorns. And you could tell they all play football, like they're huge and shit. So I just go up to one of them. I was like, yo, like, what y'all up to? Like, y'all gonna chill here? Y'all look bored. And we ended up taking them to On the Rocks with us. And we went to basement and then went back to On the Rocks. But they were cool as fuck, man. They were really cool as fuck. So I guess they're in town for the Alamo Bowl that's already coming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tomorrow. Right? Shit.
That is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the official after party is here at Smoke. Shout out to Adrian Martinez, the owner of Smoke, Ash, Ember Room, Fuego, Margarita Bar. They are our sponsors. So if you want to book any private parties, if you want to book a VIP reservations, weddings, quinceañeras, any special occasion, make sure to inbox Smoke Barbecue Restaurant, and they'll be able to give you all the information that you need. But yes, Alamo Bowl is coming up.
Yeah, I guess it's a pretty big thing. I don't know too much about it, but the Longhorns players were cool, and I saw that they were actually going out to a lot of different places. They're at Boulevard and like Social House, I think, over the weekend. So
yeah,
shout out to them for walking around or showing everyone some love around the city. Shout out to Justin. Happy anniversary. Is On the Rocks 5th anniversary. I believe it was Saturday when we were there.
Nice.
I've been at On the Rocks like 3 times this week already, so I think it was.
Have they posted any pictures or anything like that inside of how it looks, like the remodeling?
I haven't looked, but it looks dope though. You
Does
need to
it?
go check it out. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
It looks really dope.
Shout out to Justin. Congratulations on your
Very
5th year anniversary. That's a pretty length time when it comes to the bar industry and night industry, because you normally see some bars close within 6 months or a year or before 2 years.
Yeah, I remember being there for the 1st year anniversary, so it was cool to see the evolution and what it's become, and everyone showing love. There's a lot of people in there. And then last night I went to go see Steve Aoki and Dioro at Cowboys. Man, that was lit too. Shout out to everyone that was in Cowboys getting their rave on.
So is that rave and EDM?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's so crazy is that I saw people posting about it, and I saw people getting smashed with the cakes and the bottles and all that. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would want to be that close up to where I want to get hit with the cake.
It's Steve Aoki's thing, and people are like, "Oh my God, Steve Aoki threw a cake in my face! Like I'm never gonna wash this off." Basically, is how it goes.
I'll be pissed if I got a cake on my face.
I was not.
You just gotta expect it. You already
you already know.
Yeah, if you're going there, you know what's gonna happen.
You're like, okay, you might get a cake thrown on you, you might not. So just be prepared.
Yeah, no, it was cool though. Shout out to Danny at Cowboys. He showed us a lot of love. Got us VIP and everything. Shout out to Red Bull. So that was dope. I had Lit weekend like always. What's new?
Nice. And how was your weekend? What'd you do?
My weekend was great. Friday, Thursday I was sick. Saturday we went
Me
to
right now.
Social House to work there. We also had some of the UT football players over there, and we had just a bunch of mixed crowd. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You were there on Friday?
No, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
Saturday nights at Social House, people.
Yes.
So is
Very
Social
diverse.
House is how Social House? I have a friend that used to own it, sold it. So you being part of the Social House team, how has it been for you?
It was definitely different going into it. We have of course the inside and then the outside patio. I think we bring a very diverse team and a very diverse audience. So we have we play hip hop outside and Spanish, and then inside we play a mixture. But
nice.
it's definitely been going up from when we first went.
That's good.
Who's DJing?
It's always
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's D1, sometimes it's the other DJs.
I think Slick Rick was there last
Slick
time I
Rick,
was there for
yeah.
D1's birthday.
That's like
The
inside.
Double R is not
Okay.
there?
Huh?
I thought Double R was.
He's on
Oh, he's Friday
Fridays,
nights,
yeah.
right? Oh, okay.
I like Social House. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
really cool vibe. Like it's just really chill.
I love wearing my beanies there. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's too funny. You know what? I forgot to mention. Yes, A Lounge. So that's the newest upscale lounge, club, bar in the Stone Oak area. It's the old Solito Lindo, and we are there every Friday night. The grand opening is this Friday night coming up, January 3rd. They are also having their New Year's Eve party too. DJ Illinois is the DJ for tomorrow night's big celebration for their New Year's Eve party. I'll be at Hotel Discotheque for tomorrow night too as well, and completely sold out. Like
Two places at once?
Completely sold out. Well, I won't be at the A Lounge, but I'll be at
Okay.
Hotel. So yeah.
Okay.
Just giving them a little shout out. Everyone that has something going on. Like you look at On the Rocks has something going on. Burn House, Lush, they have their thing going on. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to Philip. Shout out to DJ Richie Rich. You have who else?
Everyone
Garden.
that's watching right now, I know half of these people are gonna be somewhere tomorrow night. So
Yeah,
if y'all wanna
share.
just comment and let
Comment.
us know where you're at.
Yeah, where are you
Shout
gonna be
out
at?
Trophy
We're
Room.
promoting,
Andrew's
DJing,
watching.
bartending at, whatever. Let us know. We'll let people
Of
know where to be
course.
at tomorrow because there's a lot of options.
Jose's watching. Yvette's watching. Escante, DJ Escante is watching. And he's a really good DJ. Shout out to you, brother Anthony. He's really good. He actually filled in for DJ New York on Friday, and he killed it. I was surprised. I was really surprised. He killed it so much that probably they're gonna get him on board as a resident DJ for Saturday.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
shout out to Anthony. He did a great job killing it. I also just real quick. They're looking for VIP waitresses. They're looking for bartenders. They're looking for promo girls. So if anyone's interested, just inbox message them A Lounge.
He said V Lounge tomorrow.
Oh, he's gonna be at V Lounge.
I didn't even
Okay.
know V Lounge was still open.
I didn't know they're still open either.
It's a nice spot. I like V Lounge.
It is. I think it's a real nice spot. Who else to shout out to for tomorrow night that you can think of that's doing something big?
Garden?
The Rustic,
No,
the
yeah.
Rustic Garden. DJ Tone. I know he's doing something at the Rustic. So Social House, they're doing stuff tomorrow night too as well, of course.
Everyone's
So, yeah.
going to be doing
That's
something.
gonna
Something
be-
everywhere.
Yes.
I
Where are you
was-
gonna be at?
Most likely garden.
All right, there you go. Garden.
Garden or hotel, but probably garden.
I was thinking of doing the downtown thing this year because I haven't done it in so long. Like when you
Get
go
the
downtown,
spring
because
out.
it's basically like they have like the whole celebration. Like it's basically like fiesta.
Oh, really?
And then you've never done New Year's Eve downtown?
No, I haven't.
Are you serious?
No.
It's like a huge thing. It's literally like fiesta, but for New Year's Eve, it's like a big celebration that they do, and then they have the fireworks at the tower. I was thinking of doing that, but then I'm over here thinking to myself, the world we fucking live in, if you go where the big crowds are, it's not the safest shit. So now I might just stay home and party at home and be safe.
And there's a lot of tourists in town right now.
There's
I've
a lot going
seen
on.
how
Because
many
of that
people are in
animal
here.
bowl.
Yeah.
right?
Animal
Oh,
Bowl.
so then it's even more.
It's gonna be even
Yeah.
worse.
Chaos.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, I don't think I want to
All
deal with that.
right, let's go to the other
The
spots.
older I get, I'm just like, I used to want to be out all the time, and the older I get, I'm kind of like, I just want to be at home with my people, with the bottles, and I don't gotta pay fucking $10 a drink. I can do other shit at home. I can pop my own fireworks. I'm safe. I don't gotta drive. I don't gotta be out in the streets with the drunk drivers.
That is true.
The older I get,
Amen on that.
I literally feel like I'm getting old, but I mean, it is what it is.
So you being on the show and in the industry, how were you able to? How did you start? What was your first introduction into the night industry? At what age and how did that come about?
Well, I have actually started when I was young. I was 15 years old, so at the time, I was going to East Central High School. I had this best friend named Nessa, and she one time was like, hey, come with me to this teen club, posh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you're crazy. I don't want to go there. Leave me alone. She kept asking and asking. Eventually, she's like, it's my birthday. Come with me. And I'm like, okay, I will go, right? I went. I liked it. I loved it. I went back again. The third time I went with about 30 people, 30 girls. And I guess one of the main promoters or the main guys was like, who are you? No one. I'm Alexis. You brought all these girls. Who are you? I don't know. Okay, we'll come back again. Here's some flyers. Go pass out some flyers for me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do that, right? Eventually started getting so big to where another promoter noticed me, was like, how much are they paying you? And I'm like, they're not paying me nothing. And he's like, okay, well, come with me. I'll pay you, a couple hundred. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, let's do this. And then another promoter was like, how much are they paying you? And I'm like, well, this much, and they're like, okay, we're going to pay you more, etc. It was a high school thing.
Yeah.
I was in high school getting paid hundreds of dollars. Eventually, we were packing out the whole club, and we realized, like, okay, these guys are making, all of this money off of us. And so we thought of this plan, and my partners at the time were Ace, aka, well, his real name's Edgar, and then Raps, his real name's Simon Ortiz. And I said, hey, let's reach out to Little J. He knows Scott Maloof. Maybe we could see if he can invest in us. And so that's exactly what happened. We had a call. I pitched him my idea. He loved it. Let's meet at Dave & Buster's. We had a meeting, and then the rest after that was
Scott Maloof,
Little
Edgar,
Little J, and Edgar. Yeah.
And Edgar. Okay, nice. And then so Scott. Kind of shout out to Scott Maloof, of course, one of the best promoters in the city.
You're all sick and shit.
I know Miss Nat Boogie's kind of sick right now. Excuse her. Shout out to Nat Boogie for coming in here too tonight, because she's obviously not feeling so well, but
this weather
hanging in there. But the show must go on, right? But anyway, so Scott Maloof got you in there, and so how did that come about? So Scott, he says, hey, I like your idea. I'll go invest in it. So
he was basically like, okay, this is a much like Posh and all the other clubs, they're big, but Club Rio is a much bigger club. Are you ready for this? And I said, listen, dude. I didn't say dude. Of course I did not say. I was like, I have my two partners, and behind us we have 15 teams that are of 30 or 40 people each. Like, we can do this. We not only packed out Club Rio, like the main room, the upstairs, the downstairs, and then the dance floor. We also packed out at the same time Morocco.
Okay.
The inside and the outside where the pool was at.
Okay.
It became that crazy to where we're like, we had to open both of the clubs for all of these kids.
That's awesome.
At the time, we were dealing with Anthony, who is now the owners of
Boulevard.
Yes. And so he got to see my whole process as, I began. And so that's basically how I started. And we became Scott Maloof's prodigies. So, yeah.
That's good. And then, so now being in the industry since 15 to how many years?
24. It's okay, I'm 24.
So 24, so almost 10 years. I'm sure the viewers want to know, how is it being a girl in the industry? Like what's the take on it? Do you think it's harder being a girl in the night industry compared to a male promoter? So,
Naviga's like,
yeah.
Yes. I would say yes and then no.
Okay.
Yes, because of course you're a girl, and wherever a girl is gonna go, a guy wants to go. but then you also have to sell yourself, as in your brand, right? But then you can't sell yourself short also, like you said, like how do they see you? Is it different than when they see a male? Of course, you have to be very consistent, and then you also have to know what you're selling, right? So me, I sell experience. I don't really sell the venue. I sell the experience, like what's gonna happen, who's gonna be there, this and that. Certain girls, I don't know how other promoters work, but I've seen where other promoters may have, promised something else. But me, all I'm promising is like, hey, it's gonna be a good experience. This person's gonna be there. This person, whatever it may be. Do I get hit on a lot?
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're like, yep.
Yeah, I do, but then I also set my boundaries. So I think that's what's very important.
That's a key thing, boundaries, and most girls don't have that.
And I don't think most girls know that you have to set boundaries. That's something we learned from Faye, Kevin, I don't know how to say the last name, Hayden, at a young age, because I also started with Scoremore, doing the shows and the festivals. He always told us, like, let these guys know, these artists, these, who you are. You need to earn your respect. Show them to respect you, So that's kind of how it went hand in hand to be able to show them.
So do you think that you're taken serious? Like if someone approached you and said, hey, I want to have you promote for our venue, do you think they will take you on a serious note because of your experience now?
Yeah, I think so. And I think a lot of people have heard about me recently. I just started back in May in the adult life at all. Like,
yeah,
completely.
okay, so yes, so from the teens to adult. So now, so who are you currently working with right now as a promoter? Like when I say working with, I'm not talking about the venues itself. I'm just talking about with other promoters as well.
Right now, I'm working with John. He's from Lifestyle Promotions. He used to be the GM of Club Live for a couple of years. Okay. And then also with Brandon. He does Top Flight. Okay. And then with Don Nova from DTF. He does sometimes with Duano on Fridays at Brent House. So that's who I'm currently working with.
What does DTF stand for?
Down to Funk.
Down to Funk.
Like it's more like he used to do like a lot of the EDM.
Oh, okay.
Things like that. But I've just been doing adult clubs since May of 2019, and it was only by coincidence because y'all may know of Fernando. He used to do like Nectar back then, and
see, I heard of Fernando, and I think I've met him by passing or anything like that, but I don't know him on a personal level.
We're not even looking at the comments.
I was he gave you a shout out. I had faith in you.
He was over here talking.
Yeah,
thank you, Fernando.
I've known him or know of him in passing.
Mm-hmm.
So because when I was at Nectar, it was me, BB, Pippi, and then Scott Maloof got in there, and it was us four, and then I kind of like just exited away from there, and then I don't know who else promoted afterwards. But shout out to Fernando for believing in you. That's good.
He did.
Because you know what? How do you feel? This is another question. How do you feel when a male promoter asks you to work with them, and then they do cross the boundaries? How do you respond to that? Like, has that happened? And I'm not telling you to give out any like names or anything, but has it happened in your 10 years of teens or being now an adults? Has people, like first approach you like, hey, let's work together, boom, 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 and then they slip up, like trying to flirt or trying to do that? Like, how does that for you? Do you just like, hey, stop, this is strictly business?
I think I might have only had one encounter when I was younger, when I was 15, before I even got paid. But then, of course, like me, I've always been blessed to have like brotherly influences around me. Like I had Edgar and Simon at the time, but there was one who tried to hit on me, and I was just like, whoa, no, stay away, and then they were there to always back me up.
Nice.
But it was like a real quick, and I was like, anyways, we only worked with them for 2 weeks, thank God, so we ended up going to better people. But since then I have not experienced that. I might have had like maybe promoters compliment me or make a quick like flirting joke, but like nothing like that. And if it ever came to that, I would immediately leave and be like, listen, you don't know how to do business, obviously.
Yeah.
So, you know, in this age and in this world today, women can be respected like men. You know, I agree. I think if they,
Hold themselves together.
yeah,
Yeah.
and demand the respect.
I've seen so many girls, maybe you have too, like come in this industry and that, you know, they seem like they're going to do very well and then they just
get caught up I
with
think,
the money
in, like,
and the flashy
the
things.
hype and
yeah.
all that shit, and they just end
In
up
the fantasy.
being eaten
Mm-hmm.
up and spit out. Like, it's just, it happens all the time. And I think that's one thing I was saying. It's hard being the female because, you know, I feel like you have to work twice as hard to be recognized, because most females in the industry are those promiscuous type. They are the hoes. They are the people that are going, they're going home with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So you just being a female in the industry, especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of guys that are like your brothers, people look at you like, oh, is she one of them and stuff like that, until you have to prove yourself
Yeah.
a lot harder and a lot, to a further extent than guys do, to be able to actually get that respect, which I've spent a long time fucking doing. I started when I was 16. I'm 31, about to be 32, and I don't know one person out there that has shit to say about me. So I will say I spent a long time doing that, but it takes a lot of work. So that's why when you're asking her that, I'm like, I know, being one of the only females in the industry, like, you do have to work twice as hard to be recognized and to be actually respected for your talents and not just your body or your looks or whatever. It's
I think
the
you,
game.
I think you said I think you said it right though. The experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the truly experience, because a lot of people they'll ask me, they're like, hey, what's different from you and another promoter? It's the experience. It's a concierge service. I would say I like providing a VIP concierge service, meaning from the text messages to the phone calls to them coming to the entrance of the club, to walking them in, to greeting them in, to walking them to their VIP section, to checking up on them every so often throughout the night, throwing in some surprises for them, making sure they get into their vehicles after night, texting them thank you, calling them the next day saying thank you again. Like, I truly try to give a really good service, and it feels good because you see people enjoying themselves. They work so hard for their money and they're spending thousands of dollars, and you want them to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna come back and book with you, or hey, I want to come back to this venue because it does give me the experience. So I think you said it, you nailed it down right there.
Yeah. Well, and that's cool that y'all understand that, because not everyone does. Everyone's like, okay, I gave you a place to party, and that was it.
Yep.
or they try to just sell, like just sell the venue, sell. But it's like, what do people really want? People want experiences. If I know there's gonna be a night where there's not gonna be a lot of people popping bottles, but my friends that want to pop bottles want to come, I'm gonna be like, listen, I will tell them, like, I would recommend another place where they can go, because at the end of the day, they're still our friends, they're still our customers, and we want them to have as much fun as possible. At the end of the day, it's not worth losing out on, for that night because you want their money. It's not about that. It's like, okay, you want them to have fun, you want them to have a great experience, so I'm gonna point you in the right direction. And does that make sense?
It does, because I think that there's back then, 5 to 8 years ago, when you had all the clubs, it was kind of like just let's pop bottles and let's just have fun. If there was lasers, if there was smoke, it was stuff like that was cool, but that wasn't really a game changer. And then now you look at nowadays, what clubs actually go over and beyond, what clubs are going to give you that X factor of, is there a theme, is there something new, is there those stilts walking out, is there is there go-go dancers, is there fire, is there like everything, I think. And when I see that, I'm just like, wow. I was like, that's a really a nightclub that's going over and beyond.
That experience. No, it's cool though. I like that you explained it that way.
No, I do. So right now we're gonna get into a commercial break and get some promo videos. And when we come back, if you have any questions, if you have any questions for Alexis, shoot us some comments below. I'm pretty sure there's so many different questions that you would want to be asking, especially having a female promoter in the night industry. And this is our last special guest for 2019. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back after these quick messages. We're still on right now. Producer saying, maybe not so quick. Let's try one more time. All right. There we go. And now we're back right now. You just saw Alamo Biscuit Company. You saw Sarita's Mexican Restaurant. You saw Smoke. Have you ever been to Alamo Biscuit Company?
No.
No?
It looks great on the ads, though.
Yeah.
Every time, and I still haven't been.
I know we need to get Nat Boogie out there. But you know what? Coming right back, let's just, look at the comments right now. We have Gilbert saying sugars, I'm assuming for New Year's Eve. You have Fernando, of course, commenting to you. Lydia saying she remembers those days.
That's my cousin.
Nissa.
Oh, that's the one I talked about that she got me into this.
Okay.
What's up, Nessa?
Then you have Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Javier, thank you for watching. Daniel, your brother or your friend. So yeah, and of course there's more and more people watching as well. Shout out to Hetty, he was watching earlier, and
I saw Terry last night.
Terry,
Cowboys.
Yeah, oh, he loves that. Yes, he does. So those guys are all amazing. They just opened up their new venue in Austin.
The one you were talking about.
Yeah. So Taryn, shout out to Taryn. He opened up his new venue in Austin. I can't think of the name, and I do apologize. I can't think of the name on top of my head right now. But, you
I will
have...
be in Austin in a week, so I'm trying to go see it.
Yeah. And yeah, you should go see it. I want to take a trip to Austin. I want to do something consistently with my party bus. Every second Friday, get the party bus, go to Austin, come back. Or even on a Sunday and do a Sunday fun day before people go out, during the nighttime, but during the daytime. Like a daytime Sunday fun day.
That would be dope.
Pre-drinks and all that. Go there to Austin, come back, and then at 9 o'clock, people can either go home or they continue the party and go to the Hills and Dales or wherever it's popping, Box 903. But again,
is there much to do on Sundays? I only go to two places that I know. Okay, they're for sure gonna be good.
There's Hills and Dales, Sunday Fun Day, and then Box 903, and then the Sandbox.
Okay,
I heard Sandbox is doing
Sandbox
pretty
on
good on
Sundays?
Sundays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sandbox has been doing good every day actually.
Oh, really?
My friends are. I'm like, let's go out. Okay, where are you at? Wednesday, Sandbox.
I was
Thursday,
there
Sandbox.
Thursday.
Friday.
Actually, shout out to Ammunition. I was there. I think it was Thursday when. Yeah, I was there Thursday with Justin.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And Sugars, it's good on Sundays. That's
Did you go to the Sin Awards
no.
for the perfect? What is it?
Perfect score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Did you go? No. No. I know. They had the thing, but that was that last weekend or was
Yeah,
that the
we
weekend
totally
before?
had that show
So,
last
yeah?
week.
All right. See, I can't
Jordan
remember.
totally talked all
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
that is true. Jordan did. Shout out to Jordan. He did talk about that. You know, it's so crazy because I was trying to think about this past weekend as well, but I'm just like, no. Yeah, you're right. We did talk about that.
I had a whole
And
6 days off of work, and today was my first day back to work.
How was that?
Well, I was sick, so that sucked. But I mean, other than that, it was alright. And then I work tomorrow, and then I have another 5 days off. So I'm ready for another vacay.
Another vacation. We're taking another trip to California, January 7th and 8th. So we'll be over there, and then probably the last week of January, probably in Dallas.
Bet.
So yeah.
It's Joshua's birthday on January 7th. That's why we'll be in Austin the weekend of the 10th.
Oh, nice.
So if y'all want to join.
That is awesome. Now, Alexis, what are the clubs that you promote right now that you're at?
Right now,
Uh-huh.
Fridays at Boulevard and then Saturdays at Social House. We might be having something in the future coming with Sugars. We're in the process of maybe doing something there, but can't really talk about that right now. But it's gonna be fun. You know, Sugars always is coming out with something new. I feel like it's more of just the strip club, if that makes sense. You know, it's always fun. Parties, they always have their great parties there, their Christmas
I was there for the
parties.
Christmas party.
Oh,
That was
you
lit.
went, right?
Yeah, that was lit.
That was a lot of fun.
A lot of people in that bitch. A lot of ass. A lot of dollars everywhere. I was not mad at it.
Yeah, it was
Sorry.
a lot of fun.
One thing I wanted to ask, because Daniel did mention part of the experience is you got to have good music too. So, it's a question that we ask all of our guests.
Oh, yes, I know what
Who are
it
your
is.
top 5 favorite DJs?
Whew.
Top 5 people.
Whew.
Top 5 DJs.
I do like Viva La Barge, who is on Saturdays.
Did he change his name? Did it just used to be... Oh, no, maybe it was a different guy. Wasn't there a Burge guy?
Burge, I'm not too
Is it the
sure.
same guy? Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, he does that. We've met him from Club Live, and then also Jay Scheeman. You know Jay Scheeman? Jay. You know Jay. He used to work. Social Elites always used to shout him out. I don't know his exact DJ name.
Oh, Jay. Yes,
Yeah,
Jay. Yes, I know who that is.
He moved to LA, to follow his dreams.
Yeah, dude, he's a
Lucky-
good DJ. I'll
lucky
give you that. He's a good DJ. Yep.
Yeah.
Upcoming DJ, and yeah.
And then, of course, D1. And then, I don't know if I know much other DJs.
You know other
I do, but I don't
DJs.
know their names off the top
Your
of my
top
head.
5. Your top 5. So you got those 2, D1, and who else? 2 more. Come on.
I know you know other DJs.
We can start listing some DJs, and maybe it'll help you. But you know, there's Duano. There's C1. There's come on, you
Okay,
Donnie
Duano-
D,
Duano
Red
is-
Bar.
Tonic, Tone,
Some-
Robbie Rob.
I've
Quick.
never heard none of them.
Oh.
I've heard.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My venues are a little bit different. Mystic's good too.
Okay, so Mystic.
Mystic.
Ultrasonic, he was watching earlier.
Oh yeah, Ultrasonic's good too. So there's.
Yeah,
I love Duano and C1 too. Their music just a little bit different.
Okay.
It's like Duano's real, hotel vibes.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Hotel. Hotel been making that money.
I
so.
love hotel. I've always loved hotel.
Hotel's the maybe I'm biased, maybe I'm not, but it's the best nightclub in the city. So.
That new remodel, I'm saying.
Yeah.
it's pretty
See.
fucking lit.
Yeah. But that's a good top 5. I think that's good. Right there. I don't know the first DJ though. I want to know. I like listening to different DJs and see how they play, and what kind of music they do. especially if they're diverse. You know,
Very diverse.
Because there's certain DJs that are really just good at that one genre of music, and then it's very hard to see them be diverse and versatile and able to make the transitions and the mixes and stuff like that. We did going on to DJs. We did share something on Facebook that someone texted us about DJs. Oh my gosh, what did it say on the damn meme? Something about DJs in 2019 be giving too much advice or talking about gigs and stuff like that instead of just worrying about themselves. I've actually had a lot of friends tell me, they're like, what do you think about when DJs, you know, talk about their pay and, you know, what they're getting? Do you think that's a good thing, bad thing? I personally was saying, you know what, if a DJ gets paid $150 based on the budget of the venue, then hey, by all means, they can grow together. If a DJ is getting $500 for a venue and the venue is not making any profits or not producing, then maybe that DJ should not look at the dollar value, but look at it in a sense to where, hey, let's grow together and put that business. Because a lot of times the DJs are now looking at money into where they're like, hey, I want to get that $500, you know, I want to, which I don't think that really necessarily says that you're a great DJ if you get paid $500. I think when you pack it up and you have consistency and you can actually make the venue continuously grow, I think that's what makes you a really good DJ or a great DJ.
Or when the audience is having fun. Yeah. I know we saw that. Like someone mentioned, what music do you prefer on your nights? I know on my nights I prefer, like, for example, at Social House, hip-hop, throwback, and Spanish. You know, that's just our crowd.
I like that.
We have the very, like, upscale, you know, people, but then we also have, it's like diverse, a little, not really hood, but, you know, kind of, but not really.
No, I get it.
So, you know, we like for them to be able to vibe, to be able to dance. You know, at the patio we have everyone dancing there, and then we also have the guys who just are popping bottles. You know, the more fun everyone is having, the more money they're gonna spend. Yeah. And the more drunk they are, the more they're gonna spend. But you know, it's all about the music to me. Because when we stop playing music, good music for a while, you see like the audience start to walk away from the dance floor, and you know,
music's
we're like,
huge.
You don't want to do that.
They gotta know how to like be able to control the crowd and kind of know when it's time for them, because there are certain times where the manager does want them to walk away from the dance floor for a little bit and go to the bar and get a drink. So it's like you gotta know how to control it and find a good balance, I think,
and read the crowd
for sure.
So what are some goals for you for this upcoming year as a promoter? What are some things that you seek to accomplish in the industry?
Well, I would say I just want to get as a community, like seeing San Antonio as a whole community, to be able to see us grow. Actually, like I know like Vegas and Miami and New York, they all have these great like parties where everyone's just having so much fun, and like, you know, it's not always about like where everyone's gonna be at, but also like, let's just all go and have fun. Let's all go and have this great experience, right? So, you know, places where people can really just have a good time, you know, like we don't have enough. Everyone looks down on San Antonio nightlife. They say, oh, it's whack, oh, it's not good, this and that. But I think we have so much potential in San Antonio, and I think I would like it to be to where when people from LA come in, and we kind of were doing this at Club Live, but when people from LA come in, people from Miami, you know, all the celebrities, they want to stay here and party with us, you know, not just like, okay, I had a set, you know, at AT&T, I'm gonna get on the airport and go straight home because San Antonio is boring. No, like we need I would like to change that outlook on us, and, you know, just help as many venues as I can, like the ones that of course, like whenever I commit to a venue, I have to like it, you know, the overall. So I wanted to be able to get us more exposure, you know, like the better experiences for San Antonio, just the nightlife like that, and, you know, do some really big events like we were doing. Like at Club Live, we brought Russ down. That was huge. We didn't bring Russ, but after Malaluna, we had him go, and he did like a full concert there. And Russ was like, I've never like really did anything like this here, and he loves San Antonio. and San Antonio loved him, and now he's like wanting to come back, you know, just for other things. And you know, if he tells his other artist friends and this and that, it'll put San Antonio more on the map. Of course, Scoremore and Malaluna were some of the first people, I think, to put San Antonio on the map with artists, but I think that's something else that we can also start doing.
Yeah, I think so. You had like you mentioned Scoremore and they I think they put San Antonio on the map.
Definitely.
You know, with that Malaluna, I mean, that's huge. So that's a good thing to look forward to. Now, how are you with working with other female promoters? Or I know there's not really that many, and if there are, I mean, I just haven't heard of a few. But what would you do, or would you want to see more female promoters in the game?
Actually, yes. I've tried to make a lot of girls be female promoters, but I don't know if they just... I think it's just about consistency and knowing what you want. Mm-hmm. It's not like, let me just show up and get paid, or let me just show up and get drunk. And I wish there was more girls that I can help teach and, you know, teach how to be a good female promoter. Because if I can help my partners and give them tips, like the guys, I'm more than positive I can help the girls. So I do wish, and I hope maybe in the new year there will be more female hosts and promoters just to help, you know.
What would be an advice that you would give? Say someone's watching right now and a girl thinks like, hey, you know what, maybe this is something I want to do. What would be some advice that you would give to a female wanting to come into this industry?
I would say first to find a mentor or a partner that you trust, that you can go into business with or help with. And then, of course, do know that sometimes people do bluff. They might not be in your best interest. They might say, you know, they might talk to you about business, but you have to be able to kind of divide. Is this person just trying to get at me, or is this person really talking about business? Mm-hmm. And then third, you know, like make a brand for yourself, of course, and reach out to people who are already doing it to know what they're doing, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Mm-hmm. That's how I got a lot of places. You know, I've asked so many questions, and also just meeting new people. And I mean, I would say too, like if anyone's ever interested in being a female promoter or wanting to do that or wanting to learn, I'd say you could reach out to me, or I don't know if Nat would be open to helping.
I'm old school, man. Y'all reach out to her.
How do you feel with social media, with promoting? Do you think...
Yeah, it's different now these days the way I used to do it.
Yeah, because now you have your Facebook, you have your Instagram, you have your Snapchat, you have TikTok, you have Twitter, you have YouTube. So how is it, you started 15 young doing the teen promotions, and when I started, there was no Twitter, Facebook, anything like that.
Just MySpace, maybe.
So maybe MySpace, yeah. But I wasn't even that. Yeah, I was. When you say mentors, I did have my mentors, and I was a prodigy of a paper napkin production promotion team with John Vale and Nick Monroe, and but yeah, it was like passing flyers and going out every single night of the week and actually getting people's numbers and saving them. Tom is Tuesday nights are his free nights. That's how I would say people's numbers is based on their first name and what night they were available to party. And they were being able to party on a Wednesday, then there would be my Wednesday people that I would text, like, hey, you know what? If you're free, come out tonight. Boom, 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 boom. So now you have social media. How does that intel with your promotions? Do you solely look at Facebook and social media to promote, or do you still do the traditional ways of shaking hands, meeting and drinking and getting to know people?
Networking.
Yeah, of course. Networking is great. Oh, and shout out to D1, Sean, real quick. Monica, my mom.
Aww, Lizette. Shout out to mom.
Lizette.
Mel's mom's
Lizette,
actually
my cousin.
Watching too. Shout out to Joanne.
Oh, shout out to Adrian. He used to do all our flyers in high school. Anyways, so I do both. And what I think people, how they mess up lately, like all the men and all the promoters who are, or even some of the girls who are in for a little bit and then get out within a couple of months or weeks, they're focused too much on social media. Yes, social media you can sell, and these Instagram models can sell also, but there's only so much people it reaches. You know, I think you have to text people directly. You got to contact them. Like they said, network, like in person and out. We might not do what we used to do and go pass out flyers at school or to everyone's car or even after the clubs, because somewhat it's kind of illegal now. But I say it's all about like still keeping up with your customers or your friends. You know, I learned that from Brittany Bombs at Sugars, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Like she would tell me, like, you know, like text your customers, see how they're doing. Don't flirt with them. Don't, you know, keep your boundaries and just see how they're doing. Text them Merry Christmas. Let them know that you care. And of course, like, you really do, but I just never thought of that. Mm-hmm. And so I would do that and, you know, text them, see how they're doing, you know, once in a while. It's not like all the time. But it's really just reaching out to people. And I also, too, think that's why a lot of female promoters don't last, is because it's all about communication and then working hard. Like, it's not just, let me post a flyer, everyone come, I'm going to be here. Mm-hmm. No, you got to work hard. You got to talk to people. You got to network. And then, of course, posting on social media the right way also.
That is true. So, when you see girls posting, what would be considered the wrong way for a female promoter or female that's in the industry? What would be a wrong way?
First thing that comes to my mind is getting on live or getting on Instagram and shaking your butt and saying, come visit me at this venue, or with your boobs out. They might go for the first time because they're thinking, like you said, easy, right? Uh-huh. They might think, oh, I have a chance with her. This girl is doing this and that. Or even the second time. But you're not going to get your customers like that or your friends to keep on going. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going to get the guys who are like sleazy, who like think they have a chance. You know, you might get your friends too. But I think that's the total wrong way. Mm-hmm. You can post sexy pictures and promote. But as far as like doing all the twerking, unless you're in Houston, it's not really going to work as good. I agree. I mean, I that's what I say. Oh, shout out to Diamond, my cousin, Joab, Lauren, Cesar.
I think she's right. I mean, there's nothing that I don't think that you. I think there's a. When it comes to being a female promoter, you have to stand your grounds and the boundaries and represent yourself, because you are a brand. Mm-hmm. You know, and if you are out there shaking your ass on a video or whatnot, people may not take you too serious. You know. Or they may have that as a man or a guy. They may go out there just for one drink and seeing if anything. Now, do you, when you post something on social media or even messages like to your customers, do you flirt in a sense to where it's like overly friendly, like, hey babe, what you doing? Or do you actually keep it strict, like, hey John, what are you doing tonight? I'm gonna be here if you're in the area. Or do you say, hey babe, kissy emojis and stuff like that?
No, you know what I mean? Not at all.
Like so, because I've seen people do
that. I know
that.
girls like at Hooters and Twin Peaks do that. And I used to, like, when I did work at Hooters once, and I'd call the girls, hey babe, blah, 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 or babe. But on no, that's a huge no-no, because they're going to get the wrong idea, and they might expect something, and you might just lose a friend and a customer. So I'm like, I text like, hey, what's up? What are you doing today? How are you doing? How have you been? You know, and if they have a girlfriend or a wife, I try to meet them. I meet them to show some respect. Mm-hmm. And I will talk to the girl more than the guy. I'll even get her number and start talking to her more. Mm-hmm. Because in the end of the day, if they're in a relationship, she's going to control what's going to happen most times. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I want to gain her trust. Facts. Yeah, I want to gain her trust also, you know? I invite her, come out, bring your boyfriend. I know your boyfriend, but I'm going to invite both of y'all. Okay, let's come and have fun, take drinks. And they know she's not going to hit on my man, because she's just not even like that. And they feel safe hanging out with me or partying with me. So that's something I do. I
think that's smart, because there's times where, I mean, I've been in this industry for so long, to where if a girl has a boyfriend or she's married, I am strictly like all about the guy and be like boom, 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 so that they know it's okay. So that's smart, because that sometimes people don't think about that. Mm-hmm. And for you to say that, it's just you can tell that you know what you're doing. Shout out to Esme. She's watching too right now.
Royal Slay and all the Sladies.
Royal Slay. Oh, shout out to Vice Boutique also.
Yo, I be seeing you post those pictures all the time. I'm like, I need to go there. Them dresses be cute as fuck.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Are you are you a brand ambassador for different businesses or companies? Also, if you have a business or venue or something like that, what's the way that they can contact you to talk about promotions or getting you to help them with their brands and stuff like that?
Instagram, Facebook's fine. You know, sometimes I check the Messenger, Facebook Messenger. So those
Okay.
are my main source. Or if they want to contact my email at aitorres@uiwtx.edu. For Vice Boutique, I do model for them and I do promote for them.
Okay.
Of course, before even agreeing to work or market for any business, I have to see what the company's about, what the owner is about, what their goals and values and mission and all of that is about, you know? And I do like to help local businesses. Like Vice Boutique is local, you know, Scoremore at the time, maybe it's national now, but it was local. You know, I like to help businesses that are local and get it more out there.
Yeah.
To make them successful. You know what I mean? Because if we all work together as a community in San Antonio, we could all become bigger.
That is true.
So that's...
So is that something that you look forward to in 2020? Is possibly getting some more people to where not just the boutique stores, but maybe fashion or maybe a hair, maybe salons or stuff like that? And you thought about like, hey, you know what? I'll utilize my influence and to promote and somewhat be a brand ambassador. You know what I mean? Because with girls, I mean, like if you think about it, if you have the right mindset like you, and even for Nat Boogie, I mean, when she gets her hair done, she easily, quick word of mouth shout out to who does her hair, you know?
Oh, I love when she gets her braids.
Shout out to Beth.
See?
She does it best.
See, and so I always tell people, especially when it's the females, that are in the industry or trying to think about the industry, and be like, man, like y'all can do so much. Like the sky's the limit when it comes for female promoters, because there's three things that people that grabs people's attention when it comes to social media platforms. And I've said this before on the show. It's girls, babies, and pets that capture people's attention quickly when they're scrolling through their newsfeed. So if you have a girl and you're wanting to get in this industry, you are already right there in the top three that grabs attention. And it's nice to hear you actually explain the process and how you got started, and it's good to know that you are actually thinking about the business side of things and not the quick easy way out or exit or whatever, however you want to say it. But that's really interesting to see that, coming up from you. And you're 24, you said, right? See, that's very rare, people, very rare. Shout out to Esme again. She put 100 prayers. All right. Royal Slay. I mean, shout out to that Royal Slay group. They have over 70,000, right? 70,000 or something like that. Man, Esme, hope all is well, and we can't wait to see you until our next week, which is our 1 year anniversary, and you're going to be invited to as well. So all of the just to go in there real quick, the 1 year anniversary, all these special guests that were involved in 2019. Again, once again, thank you so much for being part of it. And you are all going to be personally invited. You're going to get these invitations this week. And as a special guest, y'all going to have your own table. And you're going to be able to invite your family and friends. And it's going to be a live audience broadcasting our very first time 1 year celebration. It's going to be held inside of Breathe Lounge. Shout out to K-Rock for allowing us to use his venue. Beautiful venue. If you haven't been to Breathe Lounge, it's off of 410 and Broadway, and it is a great setup. I mean, we're looking at the production side of it too. Shout out to Direct Technologies Motion with John Martinez. He's helping us with the production side of everything, and of course our producer Steven is going to be running the show as always. But
I'm excited to see how this turns out.
I am too.
Is it your first time doing this?
It's going to be our first time doing a live audience. You know, every time we do these live streams, it's just us here on set and just going live. And now trying to expand, grow, and especially with future sponsors and people that actually want to be on the guest or be here as a guest and putting their ads and putting it all together. I mean, it's a really great experience, and especially having Miss Nat Boogie right here because of her experience and her knowledge and everything like that. It's a great feeling knowing that we're now taking it to that next step. You know,
That is wonderful.
it has been a year. It's been a crazy year.
It's been. I mean, we've had a lot of dope guests on though.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of big people in the city. So shout out to everyone that's been a guest. We do hope to see everyone there. Monday I breathe. Damn, that's a week from today.
And you're trying to breathe.
I don't know right now.
Nah, yeah. So, again, thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
What is your social media? Really quick, let them know.
Yes.
Where exactly they can
My
find you.
social media on I don't even know off the top of my head. On Instagram is Alexis Isabella _ Isabella is Isabella. I had a Twitter, but someone hacked it. It had a lot of followers,
Oh,
so
wow.
that's horrible. And then my Facebook, of course, is Alexis Isabella as well. So those are my socials.
Nice.
Do you have a promo page? Like do you have like a promo name or like a promo group that you have a name, like a specific promo
I'm
page,
just-
or
no.
just under
Freelance.
Just freelance, Alexis Isabella, and then I'll say, my team is whoever comes that night. Everyone's my team, my friends. So.
That's good. That's awesome. Is that something that you want to do in the future, like trying to create your own brand, maybe, as a promotion?
Well, in the future, I actually want to create my own marketing firm. I don't know if you ever heard of Mad Men or seen Mad Men from
No.
New York. They were like the first big, huge marketers in New York. All these men and women. It started back in the 50s and 60s, but it's one of the greatest marketing firms and companies. And
Damn.
I don't think we have anything like that in San Antonio. There's so many outrageous, magnificent, great jobs in New York and California, but there's none here. And people are always wanting marketing advice, marketing done. Like, people just sometimes don't know, like, outside the billboard, you can make it a little bit nicer. Not here, but other places I've seen, if you made the billboard a little bit nicer, you'd have more customers. If you made the menu cuter, if you made, just little
Details.
things,
Details are very important.
and it's not the owner's fault. It's just they don't know much about it. They know how to run a business, but they know how to cook, but they don't know how to maybe run the business or market.
Yes, and I think you touched on that, and we're saying something real quick on it, is that in my experience in marketing and promotions, there's a lot of times where people kind of do the flip-flop. They open up a business and open up a sign, and then expecting people to come to them without having a marketing plan ahead of time and understanding all those details that you're talking about. My last thing on here tonight is, do you have a certain promoter or team that you want to work with that you haven't?
Yes, I've always went to their events. Oh, you know what? We've worked with each other for Mala Luna.
Mm-hmm.
It's just social elites. I do love them. They're awesome.
Shout out to Social Elites. I think they're on a break right now, but
we might have something
so-
coming soon.
So yeah, I like
Can't
the guys
say
too.
with anything, but
They are they're young guys. I like them all. Shout out to Social Elites. My social media, it's for the business. It's at All Access MA, and for Instagram at officialmikeanthony.torres.
And guys, I am Natalie Charlene on Facebook, Nat Boogie spelled NATBOOGI on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Of course, you can slide in those DMs anytime. No, we do want to thank you so much, everyone that has tuned in, that has supported us this entire year. Thank you, everyone, for just the love and the support and the interaction and all the special guests that were here. Thank you, Alexis, for being here tonight. We definitely appreciate it. It has been one hell of a year, and we are looking forward to 2020, of course. Like you said, we will have our first live audience. It's going to be Monday at Breathe Lounge. All of our special guests will be there, and of course, all of our viewers, you're more than welcome. We hope that you show up and come actually, come communicate, come talk to us, come network and shit like that. It's a great networking opportunity. But yeah, man, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. It's Late Nights with All Access, and we will see y'all next Monday night, 10:30 p.m. Y'all have a great New Year's. Y'all be safe out there. Much love. Peace.